Hi everyone, welcome to Ask an Armourer. My name's Kia and today I'm going to be showing you the final set of tools and other useful items that I think you should have on hand for when you're doing your own armory. Keep in mind though, a lot of these are starting to get really specific and I didn't personally find I needed them until a fair ways into my armory career. But now I do work for a full team, so I need to be prepared for pretty much any situation. I also have the luxury of a full armory, so I have the space to keep them on hand. If you are just doing your own personal repairs or you don't have a lot of space, you can easily forego having a lot of these. Presented in no particular order, you'll need a utility knife. You'll want to be really careful using one of these as they're very sharp, but these are super useful for removing old stubborn tape and a variety of other things. A bench-mounted vise. I'm showing you a sample photo of this just on my phone because obviously I'm not in my full workshop right now, so I don't have my actual workbench available to show you, but you've heard me talk about these. These are great, very helpful if you have one, but again, as I think you know from just watching me do these videos at home, they're not entirely necessary. An external hex. So this I don't actually use that often, but there are pommel nut styles, they look like this, that don't actually use the much more prevalent internal Allen key. So I grabbed one of these and I threw it into my kit for the rare time that I need it. Now, this is one that tends to get me some looks, but a paper clip. I use this a lot, especially when I'm rewiring things, and this just is one of the best things that I've found to sort of help smooth down the glue, get rid of any bubbles that might have popped up. A hacksaw. These I typically use when I'm cutting down a tang to the right length, and I can get a pretty good arm workout at the same time. Tip setters. A lot of people starting out just use one of their larger watchmaker screwdrivers, but that's not really great for the wire as it does put a lot of stress on the part housed in the cap. So these are just really great. I've got one here for foil and one for epee. You can see that they're slightly differently shaped. So these are just really great for setting a wire cap in the barrel with less risk of damaging the wire contact surface. A heat gun and the accompanying shrink tubing. As I mentioned in my body cord repair videos, these are useful for providing a bit more support to the cord, but it's not entirely necessary if you don't have these. You can also just use tape or even just some of the loose tubing if you don't have the heat gun. A needle and thread, and some spare lame material. So needle and thread are obviously quite useful in a variety of cases. Fencing specifically, these are great for repairing holes in your glove if something small comes up, as well as, of course, applying patches. And then my lame material, I typically just salvage from other lames that are so damaged that I can't salvage them anymore. I just break them down and keep, frankly, as large a patch as I can because it's easier to cut them smaller than patch them together to be larger. But yeah, some needles and lame material. A barrel scraper. Oh, foil. So many possible nicks to the barrel. This is a great little doohickey that can round out the inside of a barrel if it gets a little bit damaged. I only have the one for foil currently. There are also ones available for epee, but basically you would just insert this into the tip and you can rotate it, and the edges here will just cut down some of those little nicks and burrs that can occur on the inside of a barrel. You do have to be careful with using this though, as it does remove material, so the barrel will get weaker. So this I just use as a last resort and with full preparedness to rewire if the barrel just gets damaged again and is no longer strong enough to hold up to what I need it to do. And finally, tinfoil. So I see you looking at me skeptically, but I promise this is helpful. This is great, you know, you can use it in the pinch if you don't have an envelope or anything to contain small parts. I can use this if I have paint or glue or something. I can make like a little bowl to hold it in, or More typically, I use this to create an acetone bath when I don't have a Dremel or my normal iron pipe available to me. This is a lot more portable, a lot more accessible because a lot of people just have this already at home, and I can just make myself an acetone bath with this. Yes, I'll be showing how to do that in a later video. Now, if you've ever met an armorer, you'll be aware that this list, even when combined with the other two lists that I've given you, are not going to cover everything that we typically keep in our toolboxes. But these things should cover most of the issues that you come across on a regular basis. Of course, if you find something that works really well for you, please share it below. I always love learning about new techniques and tools that would make my life just that little bit easier. And that wraps up the tool recommendations that I have for you. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe, and as always, if you have any questions, comments, or other topics you'd like me to cover in the future, let me know down below. See you in the next one. Bye.